All right. Let's get this part going. Just use up whatever bit of energy I got in AQ and War. Oh, got nothing really in AQ. Oh, we'll be able to lure the hit monkey in a moment. But let's just use up some of our regular quest energy for Cosmic Combat. And then we will hit the Summoner Trials. I got the featured and the basic arenas done. And about halfway, a little bit more than halfway for Summoner Trials. Supersonic, how you doing? How's your day coming along? What you got going down? Okay. What are you up to? Okay, let me get out of this. There we go. Snapple127, how you doing? What's up? Not too much. I'm gonna knock out some of these Summoner Trials arena. Got a decent start on them, but I find if I put them off, I really don't want to be doing them after. If I do them, a lot of them day 1, day 2, it's not bad. But if I don't do much of them for day 1, I just don't want to do them. Well, how about that? Got the notification on time. Very good, very good. The notification on Discord or through YouTube? Because I noticed almost as soon as I hit to start streaming, the Discord notification went out, which Normally it's about maybe 30 seconds or so. But yeah, it was pretty quick. Just took Ghost to rank 3. Okay. Any reason in particular? Because you don't really like her too much, right? And I think pretty much the whole time I'm running Summoner Trials, I'm going to be running an attack boost. YouTube, I don't. Okay. I wonder. Yeah, I'm not really sure why the notification on Discord. Because I think yesterday too, it went out like as soon as I hit to start feeding. Because normally it's a little bit slower. Ooh, let me open my window. Get a little bit of light in here. Why would I R3 Ghost? Yeah, I didn't think you would, because I remember when that topic, when she's come up in conversation, you're like, you don't like her, so yeah, okay. Man, did you use many units for the romance offers? The one with the 10,000 6-star shards. I picked that up, which I knew right away I was going to get that for 1,000 units. 6-star, well, it's the shards, because I mean it's the shards that I want. And then I ended up picking up 10 of the one with the 1,000 shards. And what was it? It was 1,000 shards and ISO? I think there was something more than ISO though. But it was 1,000 6-star shards. And yeah, so it took advantage of those two. The rest, the champions in the romance crystals that I would want to awaken, Kitty and Hercules, I have them both awakened, so, and they're both R3, so the awakening gem and the 2 to 3 gem weren't appealing. If Ghost was one of the champions for the romance synergies or champions, I would have definitely picked up the awakening gem, but he wasn't, so that saved me 3,000 units. Duck Strange, how you doing? Pulled Hercules 5-star yesterday. Ooh, not bad. Congratulations. Definitely a good champion to have for sure. And I think well, maybe not tomorrow, but I'm thinking to do variant dates soon because well, there's 6-star shards and then the gems. Mainly, I want to see what classes I get for the 2017 gems, because I think all of my champions that would be 2017 are already ranked 3, and so rather than taking them to rank 4 with resources, if the gem is there, makes sense. I don't grind arena, so I didn't have much. I did the Cav Nexus because I've never opened a Cav Nexus, and the 6-star isn't worth 1,000 units. I'd rather invest in catalysts or consumables like potions or revives. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think if you've got the units, and it was a...
Everything changes.
Well, to be fair though, sorry, I meant for the 4-5 to see what class that is, because I want to R5 Sungshi for arenas. If you've got the if that had been a crystal, a 6-star crystal rather than 10,000 shards, I wouldn't have picked it up because I'm opening features currently mainly for Hyperion. Nimrod or Null would be decent too because there would be new champions as well. But yeah, it was only because of the shards. If it was, let's go into the store because I think it was just those 2 things that I picked up. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, okay. So it was the Cav Nexus ones. Yeah, so it was that one, and then this one here were the only 2 things. And Yeah, resources. This one would be, if Hyperion were in the basic, I'd probably go for this as well, actually. But he's not, so yeah. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing okay. Can't complain. Other than I've got some summer trials to run, which ugh, it is not the most exciting thing in the game. Arena in general is not so much, but summer trials for sure. Not so much. I'm currently on a cap push. I still need to finish 5, 4, 5 to 6. Do you think I should awaken Hercules or Angela with the Cosmic Gem? I've also got about 156 I could use. Hercules would probably make it would be the best bet. Yeah, Hercules would be the best bet. He's going to take a little bit of build up. Well, if you've got Odin, I mean, you could apply Odin's pre-fights to either of them. But Angela, because she's got a synergy with Odin that's pretty decent. The more fights you do, the more potent her buffs are. But no, Hercules would definitely do you more. And when you consider too that with Hercules with the immortality, so even if you were going to die in a fight and you've got a decent sig on him, you're gonna live for a little bit longer. So yeah. So with Hercules, you'd be less likely to be using at least revives. You'd be using, or you could be using health pots just to heal up. But yeah, no, Hercules would make more sense between the two. I do find Angela kind of fun. I haven't played Hercules a lot, but just knowing what they're both capable of, Hercules would make more sense. Those 45s are cool. I have an option no matter which one I get. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I only want skill because it's only some Shi that I want to take to rank 5. But it's also because it's on the completion rather than exploration, so I could get the completion done pretty quickly. And then I also do want to see the 3 to 4 ones. Wait a second, because they're the 45 is class, the 2 to 3 are generic, no year restriction. Oh yeah, the 3 to 4, it's just the year restriction, but generic. Yeah. Yeah, so I think, well, I've still got quite a few champions that are R3 that for the most part, I'm taking them to R4 just because of too much T2A. But if I've got gems, I may as well, right? For the 2017s. So there's no point in using resources on the 2017 champions when I could do it with a gem. But I need to get the gems to be able to do it, so. I know Hercules is a god, just want to know if Angela might be better for the content, or is Herc just that good? Yeah, Hercules would be better. One, like I was saying, like you said, you've got quite a few sig stones, so you're going to be able to get his sig ability up, which means the immortality is going to last longer. So yeah, you could die in a fight and still get it done without needing to use any resources because of it. And Hercules, they're both fun to play. If I was more familiar, if I was better with Hercules, I could see using him in incursions, but I haven't used him a lot, so I'm not that comfortable with him really. Whereas for Angela, I've used her enough to be comfortable with her, so I'll use her in incursions. So for me, I think like for the Cosmic Quest for EQ, because the more buffs you get, the more Furies you'll end up with for the current global. I think Angela would be better for that. But outside of that, I think Hercules, and that's not necessarily always going to be the buff for EQ. So outside of that, I think Hercules overall would be better, really. But yeah, and the thing is with Hercules too, he'll help you through Act 5, and you're also going to be able to, you'd be able to use either of them in Act 6, Act 7, but he's going to be probably a better go-to for Act 6 and 7. Again, because of that immortality. And then, you do a couple fights, and he's going to be doing crazy damage, right? So Angela has the potential to do crazy damage too, especially with the Odin synergy. But yeah, I think Hercules all around between those two is the better one. Cosmic Venompool, Mystic, Claire, Tech, Warlock, Mutant Omega Red. Oh, okay. I'm seeing less and less people, and I think maybe always the case, people who didn't care for Omega Red too much, I think because they feel that he needs suicides, which he doesn't. It's a benefit, but what he needs more than anything is just a high sig. So I mean, there could be that too, just a high sig investment for him. But okay, yeah, no, Omega Red would definitely be. Well, I have him maxed 4, 5, and 6. Well, R3, 6, Science Cap IW, and Skill Aegon. Oh, okay, all good options for sure. I do have a 5-star Odin, but yeah, I figured he was just all around better. Yeah, I can't really see, unless for whatever reason somebody's favorite character is Angela. I don't think you'd ever have somebody telling you to. But to be fair, I think even if somebody's favorite character was Angela, I think they would realize Hercules is still better. Because, like, for example, I don't know if I'd say he's my favorite character, but Omega Red was my most wanted 6-star by far. Not that I thought he was, the greatest character in the game or anything. I just, for some reason at the time, I just really liked him. I just really wanted what he has as a 6-star. I had him as a max 5-star, but I just really wanted him. It's kind of how I feel about Hyperion. Although in the case of Hyperion, it's not even, like, I think he's good for sure, but it's more, I want him because I want him, sort of. There's no real reason for me wanting Hyperion. Hercules is better overall, but Angela is godly in her own right, especially if you run suicides. Yeah, if you run suicides with her, you got Nick and DPX, and you've got Odin. She can do some crazy damage. She's a lot of fun for incursions, though, because, like I said, the more fights you do, the stronger her buffs get. And the only reason I consider Angela and makes my decision hard is she has a lot of sustainability, but so does Hercules, though. She'll have the sustainability through her regen, but Hercules will have the sustainability at the end. Like when he would normally die, he's going to continue on. So, whereas in her case, yeah, she might get the regen, but when she's going to die, she's dead. Whereas Hercules, has no way to recoup the damage as he's going. But, why the hell is that happening? But, yeah, he'll give you extra time to finish off a fight. Oh, come on, man. Woo. Around Suicides, it's easier to get his SIG up. He is nice to run with Colossus. I don't like Mega Red, but to be honest, other than Professor X, he is the only 5-star I'd rank up. Okay. The one thing I don't care for with Professor X and his synergies is the one with X23 where it decreases the potency of the poison on you, and it doesn't affect Professor X, which kind of sucks. Because if he were a horseman and that synergy are working, so then he'd be bleed resistant, so he'd heal up from the bleed on him, and the poison would be less effective overall. But, I mean, he'll still get the benefit of the bleed healing up, but it's going to be reduced because of the poison. I think I find both Angela and Hercules quite fun to play, but I think Hercules is more fun as in you have to watch what you're doing, whereas Angela, you can just parry hit or parry heavy. There's not going to be a hell of a lot you're going to change up in your combos. For Hercules, not so much either, but like you want to watch if you're going to parry and do a heavy. You want to have the good timing for it. You want to be getting your intercepts, special intercepting with him. So I think overall Hercules could make somebody a better player. Whereas Angela, you could be pretty lazy and play her. You could be lazy and play Hercules, but to get the most out of him, you want to be paying attention to what you're doing. But I really like Angela for Sector 7 incursions. I don't know if I've run her for Sector 8. I've run her for Sector 7, which I've recorded some of it, and I keep meaning to upload a video about it. but I just haven't. Because the crystal opening videos are just so much quicker and easier to do. Record the crystal opening, put a couple comments in there, boom, there you go. There's the video. You know, it's so... yeah, I think even prior to having Hercules, like I realized he was good. I realized he was good. I didn't know firsthand because I didn't have him, didn't play him. Angela, I had, but I think even without having him, I think I'd realize, again, not firsthand, but just because of how many other people have him as their top champion, just how relevant he is. Another thing too is that because even though Angela was buffed, and it's a decent buff for her, he's a newer champion, so I think we'll see more newer content more applicable to him than we would see for Angela. There are definitely situations, especially if you've got the Odin pre-fights, where Angela is going to be really good. Like I was saying for the Cosmic Node for monthly EQ, she's quite good for that. Come on. But yeah, there aren't really a ton of obvious choices in the Cosmic class, really. Hercules, Corvus, Venom. Yeah, I think Venom probably all around, but especially if you're going against Spider-Verse champions. I don't think Brie Larson really is as significant as she once was. And I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people realize how effective Angela can be. And I think it could be one of the cases where, you know, they used to be kind of a... Prior to the buff, they weren't a very sought-after character. And so you still kind of think of the character that way. So what have you been up to for the weekend, Supersonic? Did you watch any of the Battlegrounds streams? It's looking interesting. I think it shows it's really going to test your knowledge of champions and counters to things. So it's a bit beyond just what you can do control wise. Like it's a bit beyond, you know, parry, hitting, intercepting. It's also understanding interactions with the champions too, which is kind of cool. I don't know if I like the timing though, like how much time you've got to select your defender, your attacker, blah blah blah. And I don't. It's both ways. I don't know if I care that, you know, you feel kind of rushed, or that you're having to wait on your opponent to make choices. This is the lowest I've been on units for quite a while. I had 23,000. Then I went and did the Hyperion calves. And then that got me to about 16, I think. And then the unit offers from the romance stuff. That was another 3,000. Battlegrounds looks fun. Yeah, it looks like it should be kind of cool. But yeah, it does look kind of cool, but I hope we don't have that until the control issues are resolved, because that would be really annoying if you're doing a fight and you lose, not because you lost, like because you played poorly and the other played better, but simply because parry didn't work or dex or something. That would be really annoying. Which, absolutely, I could see that happening from time to time for sure. But if you know that when that comes out, the game is still broken in that sense, and yet that's released, yeah, that would suck. But I think it's quite a while. Like, I think it's not until April that we'd have an open beta where anybody could try it out. So it's going to be a while until that's part of the game. Probably looking midsummer, I would think. Midsummer, early fall. Oh, I wonder if they will have that as the next way to qualify for the Summoner Showdown. Huh. Because the way it is now, like the way to qualify for the Summoner Showdown is very different than how the Summoner Showdown works. So that would make sense if what they simply did was within that aspect of the game had a tournament run, and the top 3 from each region advanced to the Summoner Showdown. Huh. In which case, that would have to be go live in the summer, because the Summoner Showdown is usually late summer, early fall. I don't know if that would draw in many people who haven't played the game at all, but I think it would bring back a lot of people who have played and quit or taken a break. I think you'd have a lot of people who'd come back for a week or so at least to try it out. I don't know if that would have anybody stay with the game, but yeah, I think if I had quit playing and saw that was a new thing in the game, I'd want to try it out. I don't know if that would have me, back into the game like I once was. But if you don't like, and I guess it would kind of depend on how the rewards are looking, but if you didn't like the alliance aspect of the game, or arena, which I could definitely see most people not like arena, the battlegrounds could be something else for people to focus on. And then I guess you could end up seeing possibly alliances that don't do alliance events, but where it would just be, yeah, so you could end up actually seeing alliances formed not because of standings in AQ or war, but because of standings in battlegrounds, maybe. I don't know if they'll end up with a feature where you can dictate who you face. Henry, thank you for the follow. How's your day coming along? Oh, my day was coming along just peachy until Thor wanted to start kicking some ass. Oh wait, that was a sub on YouTube, not a follow on Twitch. Well, thank you for the sub. I got my sound alerts mixed up. I think the success of the battlegrounds is going to largely depend on the rewards. Yeah. Yeah, I think that will have a big part to play in how much people want to participate there. But I mean, there could be people that just like the complexity of it, where the rewards aren't that. Like think of, like, for example, incursions, right? So with incursions, I don't think that what you get from the artifacts are that great. If you save up the artifacts, I mean, because the amount of 6-star shards is not very much. If you've got a big 5-star roster, then the 5-star crystals really aren't that relevant. But there are people that will still do the incursions quite a bit. So I think you could see that with Battlegrounds, especially when it's new. So when it first comes out, I don't think the rewards need to be anything crazy, but people will be interested because it's something new. After a period of time, yeah, I think to keep engaging people and have them playing that mode, yeah, you need to be going there for something. And I think it's supposed to have its own store, so if it's a separate currency, I would guess that the currency would be specific to that. When I was watching it, though, for myself, I honestly was not too. I think I would watch others do it more than I would really care to do it myself, to be honest. Crowick, how you doing? How's your day in Calgary coming along? It takes up energy, which is a useful resource for farming revives, which is a large aid in my success in completing other content in game. Yeah, but I don't know if that one, if the energy requirement is going to be there when it goes live, and two, if the amount of energy would be a requirement. So I think, yeah, like, because it's in beta, there's a lot of things, I think, well, I should say a lot, but there are things that are going to change. I don't think what we're seeing people play right now is, one, I don't know if that's what we will end up playing on the beta when we get to try it out, and two, I don't think exactly what we are seeing currently is what we will see when it goes live. I think if you could choose who you face off against, it will be more popular than if you only match with randoms. Yeah, the only thing, though, I would think, if you get to pick who you face, there's got to be, you have to have two different modes, I guess, or two different options. One would have to be like a skirmish, and the other would have to be like the tournament. Because if, for example, somebody like MSD, somebody like Brian Grant, somebody like Agassi, everybody's going to want to face them, right? And they can't win every single match. Yeah, most of the time they're going to win. But if you, for example, like, so it's just a regular player, right? And just a random matching, then you should be likely to match anybody in your bracket or whatever. But if you can pick who you face, you could end up with somebody, with outside of their bracket, matching, really good players, and then the standings would kind of be affected, I think, to an extent. Music Man Joe, how you doing? Does Falcon counter the encroaching stun node? I don't think so. I think he would counter, because he decreases the opponent's ability accuracy. And I don't think if it's the node, it would be decreased. So if the opponent was applying the stun, I think so, but not if it's the node. But I'm not sure. Competitive with people, yeah. It's definitely fun to watch streamers play it. Yeah. Well, the only one I watched was BG yesterday. I know there were quite a few other people who were streaming it earlier in the day. But yeah, at the time I just wasn't in front of my computer. It was funny watching BG lose to the timer 3 times in its first. Oh, wrong note. For window of opportunity, that's the one where it's a timer. I think so. I think he would still get stunned. Yeah, because that's the one where if you stun the opponent, it reflects on you, right? But because it is the node, I'm pretty sure. Are you looking? Is this like in war you're talking about? Yeah, I don't think I would take Falcon there intending to parry and be successful. Yeah, no, I wouldn't use Falcon and intend to parry. You could use him, like if you wanted to reduce the ability actually of the opponent for other reasons, but I would play it as though it was a stun immune for the most part. Like I wouldn't be relying on parry outside of when the timer is set. Actually, I just faced that node with Mysterio on it. 2 buttons like incursion, match with friends list, or rate. Yeah. That would make sense. Wait. What do you think about the countdown timer? Is it long enough? So I was saying that earlier. I don't know. One, I don't think I think it felt too short for me to be able to make my decisions. But secondly, it felt long waiting on the opponent to make their decisions. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I was going to use Ghost, but that's probably a bad idea. Well, if you're not, I mean, she's somebody you're not going to be parrying with at all. So that wouldn't be bad. And if you did want to parry for a heavy to get some Furies, you could just wait for the timer to be on cooldown. About to just use my R3 Void and act like it's stun immune node. Yeah, so I don't think there's really any particular champion you'd need. Yeah, just somebody that you would use and be comfortable playing as though it was stun immune. I've used Warlock there. I used Warlock today. I used Claire when who was it? Terax was there. I used Claire. I think I prefer that one than the encroaching stun, to be honest. Doesn't Man-Thing put armor breaks on his opponents? Yeah. Armor breaks and poisons. They're the two things you'd have to watch out with from Man-Thing. Oh, I see. But I think... Right, so that's why you wouldn't want to use Ghost. I think the armor breaks are only... I'm not sure if it's on his special activation. But yeah, he does have the ability to armor break you for sure. Biggest issue personally for me with Battlegrounds is it looks like I need to drop suicides for it. Yeah, but again, that's... Yeah, maybe. And, well, maybe, but it could end up just being like war, right? Like if you're on a high competitive level of war, yeah, when you're placing your defenders, you have to have suicides off. If you're not at a high level of war, well, you place your defenders with suicides on. Because, yeah, it could make a difference, but you realize overall, it's not going to be the difference between spot 1 or 2 in Masters or something. So, yeah, if you're really competitive for the Battlegrounds, and you're looking to be, the top 10, top 5, whatever, then yeah, that'd be something you'd want to be doing. Whereas if you're just doing it for the hell of it, yeah, you leave them on. Health remaining plays too much of a role. Yeah, and I think those kind of things we will see adjusted as time goes. And that's why they're doing this, right? That's why they've got the CCP beta. We'll have a public beta later on, right? To see that kind of stuff. But that they could leave it that way too, because that would be beneficial for them. If they have people swapping suicides on and off, well, that means that they're using units, right? So the more they want us using units as much as possible, right? So, yeah, I don't know if that helped you at all, Joe, but yeah. But yeah, I don't. I'm just thinking. I've never really looked to see who other people use, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody use Falcon specifically for that. But if he did get around it, oh yeah, he'd be a great option for it. You know who else could be decent? Well, I think the biggest thing overall is just waiting for the timer if you want to be parrying. But who else could be decent for it would be Diablo if you use his pre-fight where he can't be stunned. Oh, I didn't use him for what it is currently, but when it was encroaching stun, I used Nick once or twice. So, because in his real phase, okay, if he dies, then he's going to go into his real phase. In his real phase, he can't be stunned. But you'd want to kind of high sig Nick if you were doing that, just because then he's going to degen slower. I think, like when the Battlegrounds goes live, or probably, I don't know if I'd play it on the beta, to be honest. I don't know if I would, because overall, whenever we have a beta, for the most part, all I'd ever do is just go and open crystals, and I haven't even done that quite a while. So yeah, if it were on the beta, then it would be fine to be swapping masteries. Or, I mean, if it were the beta, you just take Suicides off and just do the Battlegrounds. But once it goes live, I'd definitely try it now and then, but I don't know if it's something I would be wanting to participate in all the time. And yeah, I guess it would also depend a little bit on the rewards too. But you know what? That might be why Man-Thing is on that node, is specifically to prevent Ghost. Oh, I mean, yeah, because in a sense, well, I mean, somebody could still take Ghost on that path, just not use her for that fight. But rather than banning her from the entirety of the war, I don't know if you'd put. No, I guess you could put a specific counter somewhere so that prevents somebody from using a champion. But then, I mean, all they would need to do is take a counter for that specific fight, which would then make them, use up a slot for just one fight. So I want to get to about 3.6, closer to 4. No, I guess it'll be 3.5. Yeah. So I want to get to about 3.5, 3.8 million before I'm done here. Before I am done. Done. And then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 21 hours from now? Maybe 21 hours? Yeah, 21 hours from now on Discord, we're going to do a cartoon watch party, some old cartoons. I think we're going to start out with the animated X-Men series, the old one. Ooh. Oh, that was interesting. So twice I went to move my champion, but they were like, nope, I'm staying where I am. Actually, considering we were just talking about war, let me go take a look and see how it's going for us. I think I have energy to do my next fight. I won't do that on stream, but I can move up. I think if we win this war, we can lose the next two and be good at Plat 3. if we lose this, we might have to win the next two. But I think if we win this one, we could probably lose the next two. The only thing is now we're at a lower multiplier, so winning isn't really leaderboard wise going to do much for us, but I think it will get us back to the higher multiplier so that win or loss, the next match would be, it wouldn't have, or loss, it wouldn't have much of an effect. Win. Holy crap, I didn't realize I'd already gone through that many 4 stars. Dang. Damn shame. So what I've been doing for these summoner trials, I've just really been running the 4 stars when I got the rank 5s off cooldown, and I haven't run much beyond the rank 5s actually. And I don't know if I could ever actually get through all 4 stars. I have a feeling that because the refresh timer on them is 2 hours, and I think by the time I got to the end, I would already have ones coming off cooldown. Sigmad, how you doing? How's it going? It's going okay. It's going okay. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting war. This will be interesting. So we're at 60 kills. 3 deaths. They're at 32 kills. 1 death. It's going to be interesting. Ooh, I will take that one. I'm done this one. Actually, I could do that one. Ooh. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't hit to fight. Oh, that happened a couple times. Hit fight and the game crashes. Oh, so annoying. I got 6-star She-Hulk for the weekly calves, and then a 6-star Hulkbuster out of the new crystal. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Hulkbuster's pretty cool. I've never used She-Hulk, but she has her use for sure. Which one were you happier about? Get another attack boost going. I'm on 613. Okay. So She-Hulk will be clutch for Cap on 636. That and that. But I prefer Hulkbuster because She-Hulk feels like a noodle until 15 Furies. Yeah, I've never... I remember a while ago. Jeez, that might have been like over 2 years ago, maybe? I think it was a Science Gem. It was a 5-star. And I had the option to either rank She-Hulk or Spider-Gwen. And I don't remember why, but I think I went Spider-Gwen. I never used her, but I thought that I would use Spider-Gwen more than She-Hulk. But, and I think this was right around the time where they had rank down tickets for She-Hulk. I think that's why I ranked her up. Actually, I think I ranked her up with the gem because we were going to be able to rank her down. So I used the gem to get points for a level up at the time. I think that's why I did. All right, for Spider-Man. No, right. I ranked up She-Hulk because of the ranked up gem. Spider-Gwen is so much fun. I was going to rank up my 6-star last year because some of pain. Or, yeah, because of Summer of Pain. I almost did for the Darkhawk fight, I think. But I ended up using Corvus because that fight had a node where, I can't remember what it was, but I think you did less crit damage? Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I ended up using Corvus because I was able to get the 3 charges. Got the 2 charges from Darkhawk and the 1 charge from Rogue, which helped with the... Yeah, because Spider-Gwen would have been a slow fight for the Grandmaster. There was a couple champions, actually, I almost ranked up because of all of that craziness. I almost took a Red Guardian, and I did take Diablo to rank 3. I probably was going to have Diablo at rank 3 anyways, but it was absolutely because of a Mysterio fight that I was going to do him to rank 3. So I took him to rank 3, and then I tried the fight with Apocalypse, and it went really well with Apocalypse. So I decided to just do it with Apocalypse. So I could have gotten away with waiting a while to take Diablo to rank 3. My 6-star luck is nuts, though. Okay. It's nice that we're getting able to form 6-star crystals a lot quicker than it was initially. Jeez, that took a long time. Claire, Tiger, Spider-Ham, Venom the Duck, Mr. Fantastic, Apocalypse, Seaman Torch, Symbiote Supreme, Hulkbuster, Karnak, She-Hulk, and my brother got me Cry Gloves. Yeah, that's not bad. So are those all your 6-stars? That's a pretty decent lineup of 6-star. After taking a break, the 6-star rate is much faster? Yeah. So the current featured 6-star. I opened 12 or 13 as soon as it dropped. And then I think it took a little bit of time to get the next one, feature, so 15,000 shards. But I've opened... So it was just before I did the exploration for last month's EQ. I opened... I think I opened one, and the next day I did the exploration. Within a week, I was at 15,000 shards. I was like, what the hell? And then I opened... Yeah, because of the romance stuff, I was able to open 2 features. Then with the war season ending next week, that should be enough for another feature. And I think if I do the completion of Variant 8 and I explore Cav difficulty, I should have another 15,000 shards. So I could be at 30,000 shards this time next week, possibly. And I've got just under 3,000 right now. So that's 27,000 6-star shards in a week. Granted, 15,000 is from the war season. I just need 76 stars and uncollected side quests fully explored. Okay. You know, it's funny too. So I've got, I think it's 134 6-star. So it's a fair bit. Definitely people with a lot more. But I've got some pretty good ones. But it's always the 1 or 2 that you don't have that are ones you concentrate on, right? Like I want Hyperion as a 6-star so bad. But I mean, like I've got Hercules, I got Kitty, I got Ghost, I got, but no, it's Hyperion that's on my mind. I feel like my 6-star roster is shit because I don't have a 6-star Hyperion. Who should I hope for out of my crystal? I just need 70 6-star shards. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Do you, yeah, so for the last while, it's been quite a while. Might be almost a year. Might be about a year, and I've only been opening features. I went a while opening basics, but what was happening was I was getting dupes, and it was dupes I didn't need. It was dupes of champions that were already awakened, and they weren't champions that needed a high sync, and it was just really getting on my nerves. Because all I really want, there's very few specific champions I want. More than anything, I just want new 6 stars to make the arena grind easier. But yeah, must have been about 12 basic 6 stars, and it was all dupes that I didn't want. I got Mole Man out of one of them, and I think that might have been the only new champion. So it was after that I'm like, no, I'm going features. I opened a fair bit from the Hercules feature. All I really wanted there was Hercules and Penny. I got Penny, and I did pretty well with that. I'd wanted Human Torch for a really long time. I got Human Torch from that and duped him. Got Penny, got Stark Spidey. I think those, and then a couple duds. And then this current feature, which the current feature I will probably open until it's gone. For Hyperion. If I get Hyperion, then yeah, if I get Hyperion from it, I won't open anymore. If I have the time to do the arena for him, although actually that would be pretty close to when this feature is done anyways. But if I were to get him from the arena, I wouldn't open any more of it either. And I really don't know who I would be looking for after that. I don't have any good skills, so I'm hoping for Sung-Shi. Sung-Shi's a lot of fun. He is a lot of fun. A good champion for sure, too. But, yeah, just a lot of fun. Rar, how you doing? I got 5-star Harpoon from a 5-star Nexus and ranked him up as high as I could, immediately, which was kind of a stupid choice because I really don't like his play style. But he's a good champion, though. And you don't have to, like, if you're talking like parry heavy, you don't have to play him parry heavy. You want to do that just to get you the Furies, but you don't absolutely have to do it. Also, well, yeah, you do want to get some Furies on you for sure, but you could also go with Black Bolt and Ronin, I think. I think it's Black Bolt and Ronin, which will allow... Oh, yeah, so it's Black Bolt and Ronin, because they have a synergy that Furies, Cruelties on Cosmics will last longer. Also, there's Cap IW with Cap Marvel, which will allow any buffs on Cosmics to last longer. So you could end up with you just need a few Furies and they stay on for a bit. I'll lend you 20% of my luck for those two featured. The heavy and parrying gets very tedious. Yeah, which I could see that being an issue for red mags too. And actually with red mags, like if I'm using him for a fight, I usually don't start the fight that way. I'll work up to like just over 2 bars of power and then start with the parry heavy. Because yeah. And then especially too with how parry isn't all that reliable. So yeah, trying to play a champion where you want to be parrying a ton. Yeah, it could be pretty annoying. He just feels kind of boring to me. Yeah, I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Which is kind of funny because like I want him so bad as a 6-star. But that's why I don't play the 5 stars. Yeah, he is a little bit boring. But it's also because as a 5-star, he's not going to do the damage of some 6 stars that I have. I think as a 6-star though, he'd still be a little bit mundane to play, but the damage would offset it, would make it okay, would make it acceptable to be boring. But he brings a lot to the table though. He's got the Furies, he's got the Incinerate, he's got the Heal. So yeah, I think he's a pretty basic character who does a lot. I've seen his SP3 over 200 times for Red Max. I do like the skip special 3 now for arenas and for ROL. I really like it for ROL. Ugh. Senshi, Corvus, and Warlock still missing his 5 or 6 stars. Okay. I only recently got a 4-star Doom. Don't have any other rarity of the... Oh, okay. I think the most... yeah, all good champions, all good for specific situations. I think probably the most fun to play of those that would be Sung-Chi. Corvus, if you're looking at shorter fights and you can get a fight done in an L2, then yeah, Corvus would be somebody you really want. If it's a longer fight, yeah, you're not missing much, really. Warlock, heal block, power control. If you're running suicides with dual immunities, it's nice. Tri immunities. Actually, well, 4, I guess, right? Yeah. I've been really enjoying Hitmonkey and CGR, which are both my first maxed out 5 stars on my account. Okay. Yeah, Hitmonkey, I want to like him. I do like him. The only thing I don't care for him... Oh, Hyperion's SP3. Yeah, because he gets to it so quick, right? The only thing I don't like with Hitmonkey is to drop off the bleed and poison. So, between Hitmonkey and Mole Man, I prefer Mole Man. Not because of damage or anything else. It's just that for Mole Man, at the start of the fight, I don't need to worry about suicides. Unless I'm fighting immediately. Whereas Hitmonkey, I've actually got to throw a combo or 2 before I drop off the bleed and poison. So that's my biggest thing against Hitmonkey. My biggest flex is my 5-star Awakened Weapon X and 5-star Cat. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, Weapon X would be cool. He'd be cool for sure. He could be interesting in... I don't know if you were here when we were talking about the Battlegrounds, but he could be interesting in Battlegrounds. If anything, it could provide... Like, even if you don't intend to use him, it might be a champion that has the opponent use their ban. Like, I mean, you could end up seeing strategy with that, right? Like, you have somebody on the roster, you don't plan to use them, but you know they're going to get banned, so you take them to prevent other champions from being banned. Yeah, I think with the Battlegrounds, there's going to be a lot of strategy to it. It's obviously you're going to have be decent at the game to do well with it, but I think it's also there's going to be a lot of strategy. And I currently have him on War Defense. Yeah, absolutely. Diversity for sure, because it's not the champion you're going to see too many have. And then he's difficult to fight. I might do that. Yeah, with having him just to use up a ban. I think Penny could be that way too. I don't know. Well, I mean, she could be used offensively as well, but I think she could be really there as a champion just to use up a band. Oh, well, no, in her case, yeah, because in her case, you would definitely want her as a defender. Weapon X, you could, but I think Penny, at least the way it is currently, I think Penny might be the more difficult of the two to face. She's so much fun to use on attack. I haven't really used her a lot. I've used her a little bit in War. During the off season, I was taking a different path, and I had her quite often there. But during the season, I think I've brought her maybe twice during the season, just to take out a shared node. Yeah, I think there was one time. Yeah, I did take her one time. I used her for the shared node, and there was another time I took her, but somebody else took the shared node. I was like, well, I brought Penny specifically for that. Wow. her damage is very underrated and nukes so much. Yeah. Have you seen Buddy Lee's video on her? Because it was quite informative. Most of his videos are though. Like he's really good, but he's also really good at explaining what's going on. But yeah, if you can build her up a little bit and then get that L2 off, it's nuts. I used her for an off-season war. Let me see if I can find it. Sure. Not sure. Okay, I think this is the one. Okay, so he's got two. I'm not really sure which one it is that I saw. I'll just link both of them. That'll be the easiest way. So there's the first one. And but it's basically highlighting the L2 and kind of like showing how you want to hold off on using your L1 until they're just about or just over a power threshold, and then you get your charges quicker. Oh, yeah. And it's funny, I really wanted her. It's kind of like Hyperion in a sense, except Hyperion I'm familiar with already. But at the champion I really want, but I have no reason. I really wanted Penny. I didn't know why I wanted. I've watched the R3 gameplay one. That's how I learned how to. Okay. Yeah, I think. But the thing is too, like with his videos, they're not super long, but they're super informative, I find. There's other people who have videos describing how to play a champion and stuff, for sure, they're good. But one, I don't really watch many videos about champions, but I for whatever reason, I will watch Buddy Lee's. Even if it's the champion I don't ever intend to play or don't care about. Then again, too, I think in my case, there's a lot of champions that are really good, but because they don't work too well with Professor X would be a really good example. But because they don't work very well with suicides, I really don't have the interest in them. My brother was the one that pulled her for me. Okay, her perfect block is so nice to have. Yeah. And it's nice too, like how it's the one thing I don't, and I need to read her abilities. I did read it once, but I need to read over them again, because the one thing I'm never too sure about is when she inflicts the power drain on the opponent. They explain every detail on the character, and it's very annoying. I mean, it's good though, right? Because they're going to be comprehensive, which is good. But sometimes, I mean, I don't really read the info on the characters, but sometimes, yeah, you could just read it yourself. But with, yeah, no, Buddy does a really good job for his champion videos. He just explains the important things that you need to know. Yeah, I think it's with 4 stacks on her passive. Okay. I know I read it, and I probably know, but I don't remember. Ooh, okay. That works. That works just peachy. Yeah, I think if I were ever going to try to become decent with Tagra, I think I would definitely be spending some time on Buddy Lee's channel. Casually Henry, are you talking about Penny? Yes. Penny power drains after 11 spike. Oh, okay. Okay. And they'll auto block and power drain you. Hmm. You know, Kingpin is a character that a lot of people like, and I think for me, I'm just stuck. It's stuck in my mind about when he was not good, like prior to his buff. So I just don't seem to ever consider him for anything. I've watched so much of Buddy Lee and Tagra just to learn mine. Do you like playing her? I wish I duped mine so it'd be easier. So it'd be so easier to play her. Okay. I have her as a 5-star, but for the most part, I don't really do much with 5 stars anymore. If I get a 6-star, then yeah, I'll consider racking up and using them for stuff. I'm with you on all the reworks, post mags, and Hulkbuster. Yeah. She's a lot of fun, but I suck with her in bad matchups. Yeah. Well, I think she's somebody with a high skill cap too, right? So the more you play her, it's going to take some time, but the more you play her, the better you get. All right. So we got 200,000 more to go. We will call that a stream. I need to stop ending my streams as soon as I'm finished with the arena. I need to, I don't know, not bring up my roster, but just chat for a little bit. I mean, the majority of the stream is just chatting anyways. But yeah, usually as soon as the last match is done, I'm like, okay, that's it. But I need to stop doing that. I sometimes get insane pop-off moments with her where I can concede to the 5th dimension and just do some otherworldly things, and I feel amazing after. It's funny. I remember when she first came out, I thought the cool thing with her was just how she could avoid the projectile attacks, the projectile specials. So I thought that was kind of about it for her, but obviously there's much more to her than just that. But yeah, if I were to get her as a 6-star, I think I would. I don't know. I always said I wanted to learn how to Quake. I never did. So I don't know if I would take the time to learn how to bag her. I kind of think Diablo is the biggest change for a buff. He really went from I'm going to quit the game because I pulled Diablo to being I'm going to use all my resources, whether it be through Arena or buying crystals to get. There's definitely been some other good buff champions for sure, but I think Diablo saw the biggest impact. Mags, absolutely, when it was first done. But I feel that the change for Diablo was even more impactful than the change for Mags. And I didn't play... Yeah, because I have a 6-star Diablo, rank 3. I did use him a fair bit for AQ for a while. I never played... I've only used Mags for a couple things. If I had he's a 6-star I would like. I'd take him to rank 2 for sure. I don't know. I wouldn't take him to rank 3 too quickly. But I could see possibly, and I don't know. Because I have him maxed out as a 5-star, so I don't know if I would take him to rank 3 too quickly. And I think ranking up characters in the mutant classes, it's a hard choice because there's so many good mutants. I keep forgetting she gives 100% ability accuracy reduction. Quick's a lot more boring. You spam dash and heavy. I got Mags 4 years ago as one of my first 5-stars. Okay. It was dead inside. Yeah. After a year break, it came back to him as he is now, and I'm very happy. Yeah. So I think it was 7... I think it was 7-1. And I was thinking to take both 5-stars, Magneto or Archangel. I think to rank 5. And initially I was going to do Archangel because I'd seen a couple people doing fights where Archangel was just... It was mainly actually the Weapon X fight. I wanted a counter for that. And I'd seen a couple people using Archangel and was doing really well for it. But then I think I actually tried it with Mags at R4, and he did really well. And then I realized there were going to be more fights in 7-1 where Mags would be the way to go, and it was because of that I took him to rank 5. And then not too long after, I got Archangel as a 6-star. And initially, I wasn't going to do anything with him. But then, with the potential of being a horseman, and then seeing how he was being used to get through stuff so quickly, I decided to take him to rank 3. And yeah, I'm pretty glad I did. I've never seen Null before. You've never seen anybody playing Null? Yeah, I only have him as a 4-star. I'd like him out of the 6-star feature, not because of any use, just because of a new champion. And then maybe I'd find something for him. He's apparently so good, but I've never seen him or gone against him. Okay. I just need someone I can horseman with my Apocalypse. Well, any mutant, right? And then you've got a few mutants that get specific abilities. Probably the most impactful would be Gambit or Wolverine. But like Storm, I don't think Cable really gets too much. Storm is pretty decent because she can refresh her shocks with her heavy as a horseman. Psylocke is... I've never used her as a horseman. There's actually... The only one that I've used much that actually gets a direct benefit as a horseman is Archangel. Other mutants, they don't have a horseman ability. I just use them, one for the bleed resistance, and just the general horseman abilities. Cable just has the synergy. I think he has something as a horseman. I think it's with his L2. But yeah, for Cable, it is mainly the synergy. Being able to stack the DJ. Like, I use him for AQ. I wouldn't use him without being a horseman, though. But yeah, he's quite good as a horseman. Although, yeah, if you don't like the parry heavy style, yeah, you probably wouldn't really care for him too much. I wouldn't mind Gambit out of my next 6-star. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever used Gambit as a horseman. But Psylocke and Gambit, well, the thing is, usually, like, when I'm making somebody a horseman, it's quite often to do ROL farming, And I don't know how quick Gambit or Psylocke would be for that. If I would play, if you'd play Cable, you'd play Hype. Yeah, I could see that. I've watched Gambit one shot 646 bosses or 646 boss. Okay. You know, I don't know. Like for the most part, really am after champions that are suicide friendly and applicable in multiple areas. I do think, yeah, there's absolutely champions you could have that are good for a very specific thing, like really, really good. But those, I don't really care for that. Like outside of war, and a little bit AQ, but more so war, I would rather have a champion who's a generalist, and I could use a couple revives to get through something, as opposed to a super good option for something, counter to something, and one-shot it, but that's probably the only thing I would ever use them for. I'm trying to think, like, that being said, I've definitely done a few rank ups for specific situations. Like I took Gladiator Hulk a long time ago to rank 2. And that was kind of like to deal with magics or stuff like that. But also I had a ton of science resources at the time. I don't run Suicides. I love Mystic Dispersion too much. Yeah. You can get Mystic Dispersion when running Suicides though. It's a pretty limited mastery build. You're sacrificing quite a bit, but you could have both of them. Like you wouldn't have anything in Deep Wounds. You probably wouldn't. You decrease your, well, if you're running Suicides, you're gonna have to have willpower. So you're gonna have to have at least a few points in defense. But I think I might have done that at one point. I don't remember why. But I did have Mystic Dispersion with Suicides. It wouldn't have been for a very long time though. But and I think when I had it, it wasn't very many points in Mystic Dispersion. But for me, Suicides, it's all because of Arena. If not for Arena, I probably wouldn't have Suicides at all. And I've run a pretty boring mastery setup, actually. I did change it a little bit a little while ago because I had Suicides off when I was doing the Dance Off Challenge. And then when I put Suicides back on, I decided I would try something just a bit different. But so normally I am running physical resistance. I usually have that maxed out to get enough points to get to willpower. Most people go with perfect block and then 1 point in stand your ground. I've never really seen the value in it in stand your ground, but I think with more and more champions coming out, it is beneficial. Because like a while ago, maybe about 2 years ago, I figured the only real benefit for stand your ground was if you had Mortal on defense. But I think there probably are more champions now where it's not a bad thing to have. So I've got it now, but I have yet to notice any time that it's been beneficial. However, I don't really notice a difference not having physical resistance. So, but I think whenever I take Suicides off again and I respec them, I think I will go back to physical resistance. It's too much fun to SP2 with Claire against group. I might try Suicides one day, but I like the spamming of specials as well too much, and the fact I can't play everyone. Yeah, it is kind of limiting for sure. But the special part of it, like the spamming specials, you get used to it. If you're running them for a while, you get used to not using them too much. All right, I will be right back. Okay, dokie. Gabby, how you doing? How's your day coming along? It's like imagining getting Professor X and then not being able to use him because you have recoil. Yeah. So that's what I was saying with Professor X, right? Like, good, a lot of potential, but somebody I don't value, I don't use because of that. Another one similar is Sunspot. But yeah, I think probably more impactful for Professor X for sure. But they have introduced a few champions who it's not as impactful for the recoil. Doesn't have too big of an impact. Ghost, you could completely get away around it. Although currently, I don't think that's actually been resolved. I think Ghost with Hood, it's still not allowing you to phase the recoil. But then you've got iHawk, who won't die from recoil. You've got Kitty, who as long as you're phased and she's awakened, you wouldn't take the damage, which is pretty cool. Diablo, which actually his is kind of cool because the higher his sig, as long as you've got a poison, you're always taking less damage from any source. So you would actually take less than the 5% from recoil, plus on his L1 you're going to get that regen. So that's not bad. So in a sense with him, it doesn't matter. The only thing is that if you've only got 5% health, you don't want to use a special. But because if you're at 5% or 4%, it will kill you. But anything other than that, you will end up with more health, which isn't too bad. Good trying to get my brand new Human Torch to rank 2. Ooh, very good indeed. Cosmic combat, and I think this was light attacks. Yeah. And arena wins. Oh yeah, I still have a bit more to do. Actually, let's get to 3.8. And I was going to finish now at 3.5, but let's continue to 3.8. And I'll go watch some TV, do the final bit. The final bit of arena. So what did you get him out of, Cabby? Was it a basic 6-star, or was it one of those Nexus from the romance nonsense? Man, I think I only wanted Human Torch for one reason, for when I was doing the Abyss. And I've never wanted a champion so bad to get stuff done. But the entire time I was working on Abyss, I could not get a Human Torch. And then I think it was when I was doing 7-3, I finally got him as a 5-star, and I was considering maxing him out because I wanted to use him for a lane in 7-3. And then I didn't max him out, and then I ended up getting the 6-star. I think it was the same opening where I got the 6-star and awakened him. So, and then he's at rank 2. He went to rank 2 pretty quick. But after that path for 7-3, I haven't used him since. I also wanted Warlock pretty bad for... Oh, no, Namor. Namor was probably the one champion that I wanted for a specific purpose. Ugh, and it cost me... I used like 12,000 units trying to get him. I didn't get him. Oh, man. And I haven't learned my lesson since, really. Mark Moba, how you doing? How's your day coming along? It costs you your kidney to get them, and you still have to sell the other. All good. How about you? I'm doing all right. Just getting through the Summoner Trials, which is a good thing I was streaming it, because if not streaming it, I don't think I would not have gotten too far. Dragoon, how you doing? I was thinking about you earlier. That's funny. I think I saw that you were online on Discord, and I was kind of wondering what you've been up to. So yeah, what's new and exciting? Unfun person, thank you for the follow. That was fun though, wasn't it? Day off from work, so chilling. Okay. Oh, unfunny person. Okay. But yeah, how you been, Dragoon? I'm assuming you're done school now. That's got to be nice to have that all done and out of the way. Thor Ragnarok appearing when I follow. I can R4 my 5-star Sasquatch soon. Looking forward to that. Okay. I don't know. I think the big thing for I don't know much about him, but I think the big thing for Sasquatch is, as long as awaken, is defensive. I don't know if he's really a champion that would be used too much offensively. I think the big thing with him was the synergy for Sabretooth. But I could be completely out to lunch because, like I said, I don't really know much about him. But I think his big selling point is defensive abilities if he's awakened. A lot has happened, I bet. I've been done with school since October of last year. Okay. So did you find a job in the industry? You need to awaken Sasquatch. For him to be useful defensively, you want him awakened. He stacks up Raptors and does his SP2 to nuke. Okay. Got a new job working for the state of Illinois. Ooh, nice. As an information systems intern. Well, congratulations. Not bad. Is it something that could turn into permanent? Or is it a set period of time? Ooh, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if the stagger would prevent his immortality. I just used my 5-star Mystic Gem, Awakening Gem on OG Scarlet Witch. Not a bad option, dude. Not a bad option. She's definitely not what she once was years ago, but she's probably. I don't have her as a 5-star. But that L2 of hers, that packs a punch. The only thing with her that's a little bit annoying is how she's RNG dependent, but there are a couple synergies you can do to get her crit rating higher. I mean, it's still going to be RNG dependent, but it just means that she'll be critting more. Going to learn application development. Okay, so would you be going back to school for that, or I guess, or would it be like night courses kind of thing? OG Scarlet Witch. Ooh, wait, that went pretty damn quick. OG Scarlet Witch is still good. I only have her Sig 20 R1, so she's still lacking. Okay. Is Scarlet Witch you get from buying the Sigil Pass better or worse than OG? I don't know. For me, I would prefer OG, but that's just because I know her. But I don't know anything about the Sigil one. I know people like her though, the Sigil Witch. I don't know why, because I don't know anything about her. Do you guys think Ebony Maw is an annoying defender? He could be. I think he would be more so if the nodes were hidden. But I think because you can see that he's there, or whoever is there, he might be less effective. But yeah, he could be annoying. I'm doing on the job train. Okay, nice. I don't know, I just used my 6-star Human Torch, but otherwise he will be since he cannot dex. Yeah, but well, I mean, I guess there's only 2 champions that don't gain buffs, right? Red Guardian, who I don't think anybody puts too much stock into, and then Spidey 2089. So those would both be good counters for Ebony Maw. But I think Torch and maybe Spidey 2099, you might see banned a fair bit in War. They have me doing courses in Pluralsight? Okay. And I also have a mentor. Oh, nice. So is it a permanent job or is it just for a set period of time? Who should I 550 for my war defense thing or Hyperion? Both have a lot of counters against them. When Thing first came out, though, he was a pretty solid defender. And he could still catch people, for sure. Hyperion, if he's on the proper node, could do well. But if you've got somebody like Claire, Vision, that's just going to negate, or Doom, that's just going to negate his power gain, then he's going to... Yeah, he's not going to have really any effect as a defender. I would probably go Thing more so. I wonder why Human Torch and Spidey 29 keep getting banned in war. Yeah, I would assume if the opponent has a lot of Mystics on defense, you're going to see those two banned. And then also Spidey 2099 is a really good option for the boss for war. It's a permanent job that I have to get certified for. Once I get certified, I'll get... Okay, nice. Very good. Did most people from your class find jobs pretty quick? Yeah, I think I would do Thing for defense more than Hyperion. And also, yeah, I think, Thing could be an okay attacker. It's just he's going to be a little bit slower. I could see using Hyperion a lot more offensively. I use Mags in war defense. He's my mutant until I pull Toad. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything. I never know anything about new characters. But I don't know anything about Toad or Sauron at all. So this is a training phase. I don't know. I haven't talked to any of my classmates for a while. Okay. So you still playing MCOC, Dragoon, or you moved on? Do you still stream on Twitch? Because I'm pretty sure I. I'm pretty sure I've followed you, but I don't think I've seen you live in a long time. I love Nick Fury on defense. He could do okay, for sure. Okay, yeah. So it's been a while since you've streamed on Twitch. Okay. So I'm going to be relearning C++ SQL.net and learn C hashtag. Okay. Okay. So, are you thinking that you would prefer to be in application development rather than the network side of things? Sam Olsen looks underwhelming, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's interesting that he's tech. Yeah, I haven't seen anything for him or Misty. I haven't even fought them in EQ yet, but I'll be doing some EQ tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do. I should probably do Cav exploration if anything. Let's see if that is a factor. A cap. Wow. Misty looks fun. Okay. Cab you can choose with Ebony. Oh. For which one? For Misty or for Sam? And the cap fight works with Ron. Oh, okay. So he gets boss. We haven't had a fight like that for a while, eh? Where Cosmic Ronin can cheese. Yeah, it's been a while. The Misty one? Okay. Does she have a high crit, or like she has guaranteed crits? I think, that's one thing too. I think with Battlegrounds being up to date on new champions is going to be really important. Both on their abilities and also their animations. I think it's going to be... Not, if you want to be at the top end, it's probably be a necessity. I'm now only getting affected by the 646 buff. %. Come on, man. Just give up. Misty has a node for guaranteed... Okay. Ooh, I'll have to keep that in mind. I think I have a 6-star Ebony. And I think I want to... I've thought of it a couple times, but I just haven't done it. But I think I want to take Mojo to rank 2. No reason in particular. I'm not in overflow of Mystic T4CC, but close to being in overflow. And I do need to do a few 6-star rank ups. Okay. It's been a while since I streamed. I do plan on coming back. I got an Elgato and a DSLR camera. The camera is an older model that doesn't keep its live mode on when I test it. Ooh, that sucks. Cuts the video feed when live mode cuts off. I just went with this job because it's a learning experience and it's programming that I was supposed to be doing when I got my first bachelor's degree. Okay. I'm okay being on the development side of things. I experienced this in my undergrad. Okay. Well, I think that's the thing for anything, like when you first come out of school too, right? It's about getting the first job. Is that a break up text on Twitch? Okay, so we're almost at 3.8. I don't know, man. I'm finding doing the summoner trials just harder and harder. Maybe I need more maxed out 4 stars. I don't have many rank 5 4 stars or 5 stars. Because especially for 5 stars, there are very few champions that I took to rank 5 without a specific purpose. One of the few was Emma Frost. Like, I took her to rank 5 with no real reason at all. I think probably it was that I had a excess of mutant resources, and probably every other mutant I thought I would use was probably already rank 5. Killmonger good on defense? No, not really. No. There's a lot of characters who used to be really effective on defense who are kind of just like diversity considerations now. Another one would be Medusa, right? Because there's so many counters to her now. But when she was first out, she was quite often the boss for war. But You might see her on defense, but it's a diversity placement. Absolutely a diversity placement. For the most part, the best defenders are usually going to be the new champions. And it's not necessarily that they've got great abilities as defenders, it's just that people aren't going to be as familiar with them. But no, Killmonger really wouldn't be. I mean, he could absolutely catch somebody off guard. But yeah, he's not somebody you would place in a node where, oh yeah, we're gonna get kills here for sure. I mean, that being said, like Corvus isn't necessarily somebody you would think of as a defender, but I've gotten a couple kills from my Corvus on defense. One war, there were 2 kills from Corvus, and I felt kind of bad for whoever, because I guarantee you, whoever died to Corvus, he got harassed by his alliance. But yeah, Corvus, if he catches you with an L2, yeah, that's it. That's game. And I'm still playing MCOC. I haven't been going as hard as of late, just doing AQ and War. The last 3 events I did 100%. The monthlies, I've been doing side quests hard, though I really want to continue Act 6 and complete to get Thronebreaker. Okay. I need some more solid 6 stars, though. I have a good batch, but it's not enough to carry me through. Okay. Have you seen any of the stuff for the Battlegrounds? Because I think that could pique people's interest that were more involved with the game and taking a step back. I could see people getting fan interest because of that. I agree with you on the champions part. I just wish I had more ISO. My problem is I have too much ISO, and it annoys me because I do not like selling resources. So for the next little while, any rank ups I do is just going to be dependent on the ISO that's closest to expiring. So I can R2, 2 more 6 stars, and R4 like 6 more 5 stars. Okay. What's up with Battlegrounds? So it's the like solo mode where you're fighting. It's the closest that we're going to get to actual PvP. It's the same format as the Summoner Showdown, where you ban champions from your opponent for them to use, and you've got a set time to blah blah blah. But yeah, there's been quite a few streams of people. It's just people in the CCP currently, but I think in April there's supposed to be a public beta, so we'll all have an opportunity to try it out. And I don't know if they've suggested a time frame for it to be live in game, but I think the public beta, I think they did say April. Oh, snap. I have a 5-star Red Guardian I don't use. Is he good on defense? I don't think so. I don't think Red Guardian is a very good champion at all, really. If anything, he would probably use him more so for attack, just because of not gaining buffs. So if you had like a Spite node that you were going up against or something, like Red Guardian or Spidey 2099 could be good there because they're not going to gain buffs. But as a defender, no. No, again, for the most part, your really effective defenders are just going to be whoever the newest champions are. There are still some that are, champions who've been around for a while who are effective defenders, but it's mainly going to be your new ones. It sounds close to the Dave and Buster's arcade of MCOC. Okay, so that's a 3.8. That was the target, which we have reached. Okay. Let's see if we got anybody. We don't have anybody going on YouTube currently. And well, I know. Let's see. Nice chatting all of you guys. Yeah, you too, see, man. Maybe I'll see you the next time I'm streaming. Let me see here. So we got one person. So most of the people streaming on Twitch for MCOC currently. I think it's in Spanish or Portuguese. Okay, let's do a raid here. So this, I don't know if they're, I think they're just gameplay. I don't think they're using a mic. But let's go and raid just off shade. And I don't know if they only do MCOC, if they do other things as well. But yeah, let's head over there. If I can figure out, there we go. There we go. Okay. People still use Blade on defense. I don't see why. Maybe because he's over. No. So you're going to have people on defense who are there just because of diversity. Not because they're necessarily great defenders. But if an alliance is looking to have high diversity, you're absolutely going to see duds, like defensive duds placed. So yeah, somebody like Blade, Kang, King Groot. Yeah, you're going to see them as defenders, not because they're really there to get kills, but because you want the points for diversity. And sometimes, hey, they might get a kill, right? But yeah, that is it for me. We're going to go over and raid just off Shade, who is doing MCOC. So feel free to hang out and head on over there. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.